Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the corporate virtual hair party. This is where you learn everything that you need to know about the SOS hair care system, hemp powered hair, and how our products can help you have the healthiest, repaired hair ever. And we feature on Mondays our expert. This is a woman with 48 years experience as a trainer, as a sought after mentor in the business. She's actually the founder of the Spectrum International Beauty Expo that is happening in February or March. Is that right?
March, providing COVID don't say no.
Providing COVID doesn't shut it down. This is going to be coming back by popular demand to the Southern California area. It is the largest beauty expo in the Southern California area, and Miss Doris Mosley is the founder and facilitator of that event. So we are crossing our fingers, saying our prayers that COVID gives us a pass and allows that to happen. Regardless of that, we are so blessed to constantly have you as one of our experts, part of our executive team, making sure that we are putting products and systems in place that are going to help push the idea of having healthy, natural hair. And so, to get things kicked off, I am going to share a video that Doris feels is her favorite. It's a great way to showcase what it is that we do here at Wakana, and actually giving you an idea about what Wakana's place is in the cannabis space. So give me just a moment. I'm going to pull that up for you, and I'm going to play that video for you. So give me just a moment. Here we go. Share my screen with you. Hello and good afternoon. Thank you, Monica. Welcome to all of you.
What if the life you've always imagined was within your reach? Imagine the rare opportunity to be positioned in front of an industry that still has a product just like water every human being on the planet needs to maintain itself, but yet still in its infancy, virtually unknown to most of the world. An opportunity that until now has been unattainable for the masses. Cannabidiol, also known as CBD, is a natural concentrate found in different strains of the cannabis plant. Unlike THC, the most common cannabinoid found in the marijuana plant, CBD is non-psychotropic and therefore doesn't cause the euphoric high. The CDC reported that more than 50 million Americans deal with chronic pain on a daily basis. This pain epidemic has led to the overprescribing of opioids. They represent 67% of all medications prescribed. Opioids were never meant for long-term use, and now the statistics show on average 130 people per day are dying from them. Although it was federally illegal and classified as more dangerous than opioids, recently the 2018 Farm Bill has declassified industrial hemp with less than 0.3% THC, making it federally legal in all 50 states. Hemp is a plant that has been cultivated for more than 10,000 years. CBD is the most common cannabinoid in the hemp plant. Our first Bible and US flag were made from it. Now we see hempcrete, which is already in use to build toxic-free and safe houses that are flame and pest resistant. Just listen to what this administrative law judge reported. Nearly all medicines have toxic, potentially lethal effects, but marijuana is not such a substance. There is no record in the extensive medical literature describing a proven documented cannabis-induced fatality. Judge Francis L. Young. Forbes recently published an article that stated 51% of seniors who tried CBD oil reported an improved quality of life. Rolling Stone magazine hails CBD as the unexpected star of legalized pot. Experts predict that over the next few years, the average household will spend more than $700 a month on cannabis-derived products. This demand will push legal sales of CBD alone to more than $22 billion by the year 2022. The total cannabis industry over the next few years could exceed more than $100 billion. This emerging industry is viewed as the modern-day equivalent of the opportunity Silicon Valley represented decades ago. In fact, one of the most prestigious Ivy League schools, Wharton School of Business, just formed a Wharton Cannabis Business Club. Experts believe this will be the greatest transformation of wealth in our lifetime. In addition to creating more than 1 million jobs, the industry will create numerous opportunities. It is reported that 1 out of 3 women are interested in getting involved in the cannabis industry. Our interests range from careers and businesses to personal use for skincare, better sex, and cannabis-infused dining experiences. In fact, more than 90% of women were interested in learning how to use cannabis for medicinal purposes. CBD and medical marijuana is the path to unlocking health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. Our company is Wakana, and we launched on April 20th, 2019 by 4 African American women who have had tremendous success in business and throughout their corporate careers with over $100 million of combined sales. Millions of minorities' lives have been destroyed because of marijuana. Over the last 18 months, these ladies have helped create a multi-million-dollar cannabis company, assisting over 5,000 minorities to join the industry. Let our team of experts help you move into the legal space as an entrepreneur, cannabis chef, formulator, and/or investor. The opportunities in this space are unlimited. Nothing is growing faster than cannabis. More than 60 stocks soared past 1,000%, and one grew 130,000. Cannabis is going mainstream, with CVS and Walgreens jumping in the CBD space, along with well-known wealthy businessmen and politicians owning the majority of the marijuana farms and dispensaries. Did you know that a marijuana dispensary could cost you millions of dollars? Learn how you can bypass the red tape meant to keep minorities out of this industry. We can show you how to launch a business with CBD-infused drinks and edibles, focusing on the hottest trends in the cannabis industry with the biggest returns. Ask about our pathway to ownership that allows the average person to get involved as an owner. We provide opportunities to create generational wealth. Imagine being on the ground floor of a company that is destined to make a global impact around the world. We are Wakana, what you've imagined.
Well, well, well. Were you able to see that clearly and hear it clearly?
Yes.
Okay, excellent, excellent. I'm projecting on a different screen, so I just wanted to make sure everything was coming through. So again, that sets the stage, and Doris, that's one of my favorites as well. It really does kind of encompass everything and let people know exactly where Wakana is in the space and what our mission and our vision are. So I want to share just a little bit more of information with you guys, and then I am going to bring up Doris so that she can share with you some of the things that she would like to um, regarding today's subject. She's going to be covering, how some of the things that we're doing right now on our journey is going to assist you. So give me just a moment here. I'm going to share a little bit of info with you. So again, we are more than just a company. We're in fact a movement with a vision. Our vision is to help end that negative stigma, and it seems like, okay, is that looking better? Can you guys see that clearly?
Yes.
Excellent. So the vision is to help end the negative stigma that's caused communities around the world to suffer and to lose out on the health and the wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. In fact, our mission is to be a catalyst to stir that movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs and formulators and investors, evoking the courage and the strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. You'll see these four ladies who were spoken about in the previous in the video. These are our four co-founders. We in fact called them the C-suite. To your left you see
Catherine,
Dr. Rita.
Catherine,
Yes.
you can't see
Yes.
the picture now. The picture is not there.
Okay, got it. Okay, give me a second here. Let me stop sharing just a
Now,
second.
now we can.
You can see it still. You can see it
Yes. Now
now.
we
Okay.
can.
You can. Okay,
Yes.
great. All right, let me do something else here. Let me see if I can do that. Make it a little easier for myself. Can you still?
Yes. The C-suite.
Excellent. All righty. We're not going to go through every single slide, but I am going to take you through the C-suite slide here. And let me turn my volume up because I don't think you can hear me on this as well.
Hear you very well.
Yep, I do need it. There, I can't hear you. That's what it was.
Picture is gone.
That's what I get for something different.
Right.
So again, the C-suite is our four co-founders. Dr. Rita J. McGuire has over 30 years of experience as an OB-GYN. She became a cannabis expert, and the Illinois legislature even interviewed her for consulting as they were passing laws there in Illinois. Dr. Patricia Van Pelt is soon to be a fourth-term state senator, making changes, keeping us abreast of all of the laws that are there, and she serves as our chief financial officer. Melissa Boston is our visionary and the CEO of Wakana, created a legacy by leaving her corporate job years ago to have time freedom with her family, going back into corporate America as the CEO of another cannabis company before having the vision to start Wakana. Then there is our CSO, our Chief Sales Officer, Phyllis Nash, who has over 30 years of experience in both traditional and in home-based business. She, in fact, has been so successful in home-based business. She continues to lead from the front as our first diamond, our first double diamond, and she currently serves as our nicknamed midwife of Wakana, as she helps us all to see what is birthed in our minds and in our hearts for Wakana. The Medical Advisory Board is a board of professionals that come from every walk of the medical profession. You have social workers, you have doctors, you have estheticians, chiropractors. Of course, Dr. Rita McGuire is the chief medical officer heading this up. We have pharmacists. We have RNs and nurse practitioners. So these professionals not only use the products for themselves and have gotten great results, but what's even just as important is that they recommend our products to their clients, to their patients, and they are impacting their lives in that way. Now, the 2014 Farm Bill is what really brought CBD on the scene as a legal hemp product. In fact, it was there to generate and protect research in the hemp. Under 2018 Farm Bill, some of the restrictions that were in the original Farm Bill were released, and you began to see hemp as a mainstream crop. In fact, the cannabis industry is booming now, going from illegal to essential and really moving that revenue into multi-billions. In fact, it is predicted to be a $20 billion industry by 2024. And so, just to give you an idea of how CBD really works, you can see, oops, and I've just gotten a little past myself. Sorry about that. Just went a little bananas. I tell you, technology is so funny. So just to give you an idea of how CBD works, it does connect with a system that we have in our bodies called the endocannabinoid system. Yes, endo, inside, endogenous, particular to your body. Cannabinoid is the element that it's looking for, and system means that there's receptors all over your body that are looking for activation from this system. And when you introduce cannabis into it, it really allows your body to go back into balance. So now this is the product line that'll allow you to do that. Listen, we've got edibles and topicals and tinctures, which are the drops that go into your tongue, and smokables. The topicals that we're going to talk about today are the hair care system and the hemp powered hair. In fact, these are products by industry that will allow you as a person who's an esthetician to have a niche in skincare because we have CBD products there. Wellness and immune, weight loss, CBD, essential oils, and oh my goodness, we're talking about hair care right now. The CBD products are the best in the industry, lab tested, non GMO, and 100% pure. The gummies that we have all help to lower inflammation and improve sleep. Vaping and smokable hemp is a way to get the effects or the product in your body fast from lungs to bloodstream is where it goes. And now to really talk about healthy hair, let us begin. Actually, I'm going to begin with a few other slides here. Give me just a second. Uh, a few other slides that actually go into that healthy hair and hair loss. So now let me give you just a reintroduction to those who are just joining us. Doris Mosley is our resident trichologist. A trichologist is someone who's an expert on the hair and the scalp, how it works, how it grows, how it is inflamed, how to help repair it. She's an instrumental part of our executive team. In fact, she is one of the formulators that has really assisted our hair care line to launching. With over 48 years of experience, the founder of the Spectrum International Business Expo, Beauty Expo, Doris F. Mosley. Doris, are you out there?
I'm here. Yes, I
Yes,
am
there you
here.
go. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good,
And I know that
Kathy?
you wanted to talk to us about the hair loss epidemic. And so we are ready to hear your wisdom on that and how us helping to bring on some of our plant-based eating
Yes.
and some of our focus on health is going to assist. Go ahead and take it away, ma'am.
Kathy, first of all, I just want to say to each and every one of you guys, I am so excited to be here today. I was with COVID and it was not good. All I'm going to say is thank God for Wakana. I had the products to assist me through this. Also, I was vaccinated. So if you're not vaccinated, please reconsider because it saved me. And Kathy, thank you for being such an awesome person through this while I was going through this. And I'm still not totally out of it, but I'm excited to be at this level. And yes, hair loss is just like this pandemic that we're in. We're in an epidemic with hair loss. There are over 100 million people losing their hair. That's a lot of people. 55% of them are said to be men and 45% are women and children. And let me tell you, I think it's with men are more reported because they don't have the cover up that women have, but they are getting into more men cover up. But I think that's one of the challenges. The medical term for baldness is alopecia, and there's 3 known types. There's alopecia areata, and this happens when one or more circular bald patterns occur, and sometimes they overlap. Then we have alopecia totalis. That's when there's no hair on the entire head, and sometimes the eyelashes and the eyebrows are affected. Then you have alopecia universalis, and that means there's no hair over the entire body. Now, we're born with over 5 million follicles, and over 100,000 of those make it to the head. So we have to be very protective of those follicles. Then we have androgenetic alopecia, and that's the male pattern baldness and female pattern baldness. I'll just share with you a little bit. Male pattern baldness is when it starts in the center and work its way to the hairline. And female pattern baldness, it starts in the center, work its way, and we still keep a hairline most of the time when there's female pattern baldness. So we have to be very, very protective. And that's why Wakana came with the product that they came, because it was protecting that follicle. Alopecia areata, again, is the patch of hair loss. Traction alopecia, just like it sounds, traction. It is where the hair has been stressed, the follicles have been stressed by pulling, braiding too tight, sewing too tight, however you do it, it is too tight. And it's from hairstyling techniques. And are you familiar with the term follicle hysterectomy? Yeah, some hair loss is permanent. And no matter what you do, once that follicle is dead, it's not returning. And here's the types of hair stresses. We have chronic. Chronic means that it's happening all the time. Some people have chronic illnesses. Traumatic. Traumatic illness is trauma. It could happen all of a sudden, or it can happen 2 or 3 months down the road. It all depends on what the trauma was. And then braiding. You don't have to braid so tight until it causes stress to that follicle, and eventually no hair is there. If you're looking at the picture to the left, that's what you have. That's traction alopecia. And then ponytails. You anchor your ponytail so tight in that area, you're going to end up having hair loss. Aggressive brushing and combing. Brushing and combing is stimulating to the scalp, but excessive can be too much. Okay, too much excessive brushing, because brushing gives blood, it stimulates the blood. So we want to have little of that, but not excessive. Traction alopecia, somebody did not love that lady on the left, because that didn't happen overnight. That was, it progressed along. And why they didn't stop, I don't know. But that is called traction alopecia. She may never get some of that hair back. Reasons for hair loss: diet, stress. I mean, diet, we do yo-yo dieting. That's why Wakana has launched a program, you guys. If you don't know about it, get involved. Get involved, because you are what you eat. Stress. We are living in some stressful times right now because of this pandemic. So it's how we deal with the stress. It's what happens. And hair loss is contributed to stress. Kids are stressing, pets are stressing, everybody's stressing right now. So let's really be focused on and conscious of how we handle our stress. Medical, we have medications that we're taking. That's one of the things. And although we have to give you that disclaimer, we don't claim to heal, cure, or diagnose, but we can say from testimonies, people are getting help through Wakana. Medically, you get all its medications, and every medication, if you look on the package that you get from the pharmacy, there's some side effects, and the side effects cause you to get on more medication. And after a while, you got a bag of medication, you don't know what is working. Genetics, it could be from mom, it could be from dad, it can be from both. And if it's from both, hair loss early, it can be accelerated. So you want to look into your genes and see, did this come from my mama, or did this come from my daddy? Environmental, how are you styling your hair? How are you treating your hair? Going out into the air. Some people say, well, Doris, could you recurl my hair? After a couple of days, they have done whatever. I was like, no, I cannot recurl on dirty hair. I have to end up shampooing you and conditioning you again, because I don't want to inhale what you have gotten out there from the environment. And certain styling tools are not good, but we have to know that. That's why I always encourage you to go to a professional to get service. And if you are a professional, then you know exactly what to do. Kathy is just in a stream, because we have something that is amazing, and that is our hemp-powered hair. And Kathy, I was so excited to hear hemp-powered hair made the top-selling product of 2021. And that means that you guys are doing what needs to be done, and that is sharing. Hemp powered hair has at least 12 or 13 oils that is making a difference in our follicle and in our healthy scalp, because a healthy scalp means you're going to have healthy hair. We have in that black seed oil. How many of you realize that if you have an itchy scalp, that black seed oil can help relieve that itchy scalp? Because if you're constantly digging in your scalp, you are definitely eventually going to damage that follicle. And the follicle lies 0.3 centimeters beneath the epidermis, which is the top layer. So we want to make sure that we are not causing damage to the follicle. Then we also have cinnamon in our hemp powered hair. And cinnamon help with those free radicals that just running around giving havoc. It's an antioxidant. We have peppermint. I love peppermint oil because it stimulates the blood circulation, and the blood is what nourishes the follicle to help promote healthy hair. So if you don't have a good blood flow, you're not going to have good healthy follicles. It's going to eventually, because that's a part of the growing of our hair strand is through ACT, the anagen stage, which is a good blood supply, and it stays in there for about 2 to 6 years. And then you have the catagen stage, which blood supply began to leave it, and that is about 2 weeks. Then you have the telogen phase, which is fallout. You're going to have some fallout, but guess what? Our clove that's in our hemp powered hair help slow down that process. See, hair grow through those 3 phases, but you're going to have some shedding. That's the natural, but you don't want excessive shedding, and that's where clove come in at. Then you also have lemon oil. Lemon is an antiseptic that helps cleanse. You got to have clean pores. And in order to have clean pores, that helps get out the toxic, meaning we have our natural oil, which is our sebum, and sebum comes, each strand of hair, there's a sebaceous gland attached to it, and that helps bring in the natural oils, but it won't get out unless the pores are clean. That's where our lemon oil is in our hemp powered hair, so we can have a good antiseptic to cleanse those pores. Also, it allows our hemp powered hair to get into the follicle to help nourish the follicle. We also have wild salmon oil. Wild salmon oil, I'm excited about that. I love salmon, but I can't eat enough salmon to do what it needs to do for my hair. So it's in our hemp powered hair. It's our omega-3. It helps keeps that hair shiny. It helps keep that hair strong, and it keeps it on the head much longer. And that's why it grows 6 inches a year. Don't fall for that instant hair growth stuff that people be trying to sell you on. That's not how hair grow. Hair grow anywhere from 1/2 inch a month, and that meaning that you're going to have your 6 inches if it remains on the head. Then we have our moringa. Moringa is a oil that is just give you health, overall health. And that's important because a healthy body gives you healthy outcome. And when we do that, we know that we're going to have a healthy body, healthy hair, healthy skin, healthy nails. And that's important. And then we also have in our hemp powered hair, we have CBD. You heard Kathy talk about that a few minutes ago. CBD brings the body back into balance. And that's what you want. You wanted to bring the body back into balance. We also have pumpkin seed. Pumpkin seed is good for inflammation. You hear Dr. Rita talk about it. Dr. Rita says inflammation is not good for nothing when it comes to the body. Also, rosemary oil. Rosemary oil help block DHT. And you've heard me talk about DHT. DHT, it brings havoc to the follicle. It wraps itself around the follicle. And what happened? It chokes out the nutrients. So if I put my hand around your neck and choke your neck and keep choking you, eventually you will die. And that's exactly what happens. So we have all those oils. And I always say those oils are like a chain. They're bound together. They're very tight. And it's hard to break a chain. So I'm excited about hemp powered hair. It's a process. And how do you use it? You're saying, well, Doris, how do you use hemp powered hair? If it's that awesome, it's that awesome because it worked for me. You put it on your scalp at least 3 times a week where you are lacking in that area, where you challenge. You put it in there, you massage it upward in the area, and then you put it under your tongue 3 times a week, at least twice a day of that 3 times a week, in the morning and at night. And you wait at least 60 seconds before swallowing. But that will definitely make a difference. And you have to be committed. You know, most people are not committed. You got to be committed. It's not an overnight process. It's not even a guarantee. But I can tell you, if you use it and continue to use it, you will see some progress. And I'm only speaking for myself and people that I've heard saying how it has done, what it has done for them. Then I said to Melissa, and we have a CEO that is amazing. I said, we gotta bring in the system. We gotta give hemp powered hair some support. And guess what? The SO system was formulated. And Kathy, when I tell you, that has been an amazing run for me, because we have our renewing shampoo. We gotta have a shampoo that hydrates, a shampoo that cleanses, because you have to get all the buildup off the hair. You gotta get to the cuticle layer so you can get the natural shine. And that's what the renewing shampoo, it has ginger root oil. And ginger root oil stimulates the hair follicles, promotes hair growth, strengthens the strand, and restore the moisture. Hair is made of moisture and protein, and you got to be able to balance those two out, and that's important. Then we go and look into the fact that we have our styling, our moisturizing conditioner, And before you put conditioner on the hair, you guys, make sure you towel dry the hair. Get all the excess water off, all excess moisture off, because we have organic lavender flower water already in our moisturizing conditioner. And it's an anti-inflammatory. Like I said, Dr. Rita talk about inflammation all the time. It eliminates the itching and dandruff. And sometimes dandruff is disguised with a product left on the scalp. But what you look at is dandruff, it's accelerated skin growth. And if you don't get it off, it will definitely clog the pores. And it keeps the sebum under control. We don't need excessive amount of sebum coming, but we do want to bring our natural sebum out. And then we have our romaine chamomile flower water, and it helps with irritation. Some people have sensitive scalp. That helps with that. And when Wakanda was bringing this product to the forefront, they thought of a whole lot. And they wanted to make sure that you got what you needed in the process. And I am excited about that. And we have our detangling conditioner. Let me tell you, that has saved me in a lot of areas, because some people, their hair tangles up and you be popping it off, trying to comb it out. And remember, hair tangles towards the end, not towards the scalp. So when you towel dry the hair really good, you spray the detangler on, and it breaks that loose and combs out so easy. And it has the organic jojoba seed oil, which is a moisturizer, rich in vitamins and minerals that nourishes hair, including vitamin C, B, E, copper, and zinc. It's amazing. I mean, I have had clients, the last client I had that I had to use the detangler on, she had a weave in for 6 months. Now, she wouldn't have done that on the norm, but she's been very ill. So can you imagine 6 months of hair that didn't get off her head, that stayed in the braid? Although you may have a stationary hairstyle, but the hair that's going to shed did shed, but it didn't get out. So for 6 months, time, possibly 100 strands a day, I had to deal with. And let me tell you, I wanted to resign, retire, and relax. But I knew I had our Wakanda detangler conditioner, and I sprayed it on. And that was the biggest tip I think I've gotten in a long time from a client. It also has black seed oil. It maintains the scalp health. And she was excited. It seals in the moisture. It thickens the hair and relieves itchy scalp. And she was real excited. Then we also have our moisturizing cream. Now, some of you said, the styling cream, that's in such a small little jar. I want to, is that really going to work? But you know what? That small little jar feels like a dime among a lot of nickels. It's amazing. You just need a little, rub it in your hand, it emulsifies, and then on the towel dry hair again, you rub that through. You can either wet set, you can either blow dry, however you want to style it. That is one of the products that help you in styling. Then we have our oud oil. Our oud oil slipped in because we do a lot of thermal on the West Coast. And I was like, we got to have something that can buffer that heat when it comes to the hair. Oud oil was originally formulated for skin, but guess what? Hair is an appendage of skin. So I said, let me just do some oud oil testing on hair. Amazing, you guys. It's light, it's not heavy, it's not going to weight your hair down, and it's going to do the job. It buffers the heat. And so your hair stay healthy, it stays thick, and it stays full. And that's what you want uh, when it comes to healthy hair. You want to be able to balance that protein and moisture, and you want to be able to keep that hair shiny and looking great. So I shared with Kathy, I said, Kathy, you know, we launched the flat belly lifestyle. We launched the vegan lifestyle. I said, now we need to share with the audience some things, some food that they can eat. We also testing the blood to see what blood type you have to make sure you're eating for your blood type. And I just want to tie in some food that is going to help your hair even as you go plant-based. And I am excited because I found a place here, Kathy, in California, to have the best plant-based food. And as soon as I get off this Zoom, I'm going to get me some. I'm excited about that. So healthy hair through your plant-based eating, even if you just go for the first month to see how it does. Because, you know, we have to sample stuff. We got to make sure it's going to work for us. And the food that I'm getting ready to share with you, make sure you check your blood type to see if that's good for you. And if not, what can you substitute it with? Because sugar is one of the things that we need to get rid of. And I can't say it enough. And sugar is one of my downfalls, and it's not, definitely not good for me. So we have to get rid of the sugar because sugar will help, will really hinder your body from getting the protein that's needed. And that's not good because our hair needs protein. That's what it's made of. It's made of protein. So we want to encourage you to, we are encouraging you to go vegan. And I've been hearing the testimonies of people who are going vegan, how they are doing, how excited, how they are feeling. And so I'm going to say, let's all get on board. Try it and see if it makes a difference in your life. See what blood type you are. And whatever blood type you are, eat for your blood type. But I'm going to share some food. Let's start with the tangerine. Tangerines are very good food to take on because it helps with the iron. Now, and also vitamin C. Kathy is showing you something out, but you can go on to the website and get that. Am I right, Kathy?
Yes. Wait a minute. I don't think you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, you
You
can go
can?
on the
Okay. Yes.
website and get the what's your blood type. First, you got to find out your blood type. But
And
what I'm just
you can go to Walmart, you can buy a blood typing kit. If you're local to Chicago, you can schedule a scan, which would include a blood typing test. It is something that you can purchase on Amazon or on Walmart for about $10 or less.
oh that
But it's really great to know what you're in. The RH factor, the negative and the plus, is not as important because the type of blood you have is the main thing, O, A, B, or B. So that's what I'm showing you right now is some of the things that have to go with those specific blood types. And as I scroll down, you'll be able to see some of the things that you'll find on flatbellylifestyle.com, which would be like this is the grocery list that allows you to be able to really shop for your family. If you know their blood type, you'll know that um, all of those ones that don't have any red writing by them, they're good for everybody. And didn't you just mention nectarines? I'm sorry, or tangerine?
Tangerines,
Okay.
which is good in vitamin C, and it makes it easier to absorb the iron. And that's what we need. Our body need iron because a lot of us are iron deficiency. And then
Mm-hmm.
also strawberries are very good. They're antioxidant. They help get rid of those free radicals. And when you know about free radicals, you know it could be causing nothing but challenges in your body. And so it's good that, and plus the strawberries are good for your keratin. That's your protein. And it helps also produce the vitamin C. Then we look at oak, which is good for iron, zinc, and omega-3s. Also, oat milk is good as a substitute, especially if you're going vegan. Oat milk is good. And then avocados, avocados are just absolutely, it's a healthy fat. It's the omega-3 rich in biotin, one of the best food, and helps prevent breakage because it is a fatty oil. It's a healthy oil. Then we also look broccoli. You notice most every restaurant you go to, what are the side vegetables? Broccoli is one of them. And it's very good nutrient and rich food, including vitamin C, B9, iron, and zinc. Zinc is one of the things that I took a lot of and still taking it through this COVID ordeal. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are vitamin A for scalp and hair. And remember, I said your hair is an appendage of your skin. It stimulates your scalp to produce sebum. Sebum, again, is coming from the sebaceous gland that is attached to the hair strand, which is the follicle is coming out of. And that makes a difference. And some people may not like sweet potatoes, so they can substitute for carrots. Carrots also has a lot of benefits. Spinach, now that is like a hit it out the park type of vegetable, high in iron, great zinc, and it's just amazing that it has such stimulation also for the sebum. It's like one of the superstars because you have kale, all your green vegetables are really good, but there are certain blood type can't have certain things. So you're going to have to really, if you're getting on board with Wakana, and they have put out there for 1 million people to come on board to find out what their blood type is and to eat according to their blood type. And Wakana has the product to go along with it. Like when I was down with COVID, I was gifted. I'm telling you, I have the system for fighting this COVID through Wakana. And it was amazing for me too. And then also peanut butter. I love peanut butter. And if you take 2 spoons of peanut butter a day, that's about 10% of your daily vitamin E, you guys. So if you don't like peanut butter, try it again. I mean, I can eat it right off the spoon. Very good. And then your chia seeds. That's another one, good in omega-3s and has protein, calcium, phosphorus, and it's good for hydration. How many of you drinking the water that you need to drink at the end of the day? Half of your body weight in ounces. How many of you doing that? You can take those chia seeds and put it over your salad. You can put it in water and drink it. It's your choice. But make sure that you're getting this because I have a friend, I don't know whether he's on the line. He said, Doris, some people eat you got to eat to live and not live to eat. So he gets on me all the time. He said, you just can't, it may not taste good, but it's good for you. And then mushrooms, they have zinc. They're antioxidant. Great meat substitute. If you're not eating meat, in which we're doing the plant-based right now, you can do mushrooms. Mushrooms give you that texture that you are eating meat. And we have great seasoning with Connor. Kathy, I have my seasoning, so I'm enjoying it. And you guys can get the same seasoning and experiment with it to see what you like on what type of food that you're cooking. Then we have the barley, which is protein and fiber, vitamin E again, and it reduces hair loss. This is our focus. We want to save our strands. And in order to save our strands, we have to know what to put in the body so we'll know what's coming out of the body. Because you can't plant tomatoes and go looking for apples. You got to put in what you want to come out. And that's important. Then we also have the lentil. And a lot of people eat the lentil soup. I know if Kim is on this line, she loves lentil soup. And it's good for iron. And it's a good soup to make. You can put a lot of those things together and make a soup. And just know that we gotta make the difference. Wakana is making a difference. We need to get on board with Wakana, and we need to make sure we all come up together, healthy, live longer, be stronger. Hair gotta be intact. We wanna fall back in love with our hair. Now, I had an incident. I passed out on the sidewalk and knocked a hole in the back of my head. And I'm just praying through my Wakana, I will get my hair back. Right now, it's not there, but I'm sure it's going to come back. I'm just believing with what I'm doing, my hair is going to come back. In the back here, right here, if you're looking at me pointing, it's right here. It's a hole there. And I'm praying that my hair come back. But I just want you guys to get on board. I want you to share this. You don't keep this a secret. Wakana putting too much in it. Our CEO, our team of C's, they are doing too much to make it happen. Kathy, I adore you, girl, for what all you do and making this happen. And every Monday, this call should be so many people on, we can't take them on. We want to save our strands. We want to save our health. I can be bald headed, but I want my health too.
No, you will not be bald headed because you are the one that's helping us all take care of these and save our strands. So now what you want to be able to do is I want you to take some pictures of your area of injury.
Yes.
Because I think that that's going to be really important. Just like you did before, you took those pictures of the CCC you had going up there. This is an injury caused baldness, right? Because you had to have stitches,
It was
right?
trauma.
No, it was trauma.
The stitching part came back. This was another incident. That was a fall, but this was a passed out. I passed out on the sidewalk.
Is this the one you were telling me about when you were taking some boxes in or something?
Yes.
And you passed out? Okay.
I passed out.
And did you end up bleeding from that area? Was it a cut?
No, I didn't even know it was like this. My dentist took a picture and told me to go to emergency. Yes. I went on back in and went to work. And at the end of 3 clients, I went to the dentist and he said, Doris, you need to go to emergency, because he took a video and showed me. I didn't even know it was that bad. Now I'm going to take a picture and show you what is happening. And I'm praying, because I'm feeling like slickness. So I'm praying that is hemp powered hair is going to do its thing.
I hope so. We'd really like to know about that.
I'm going to have Lily take a picture.
Perhaps your dermatologist can give you some more information as far as what's going on, so you have an idea of what your possibilities are.
She did.
So, wow. Listen, talk about being a product of the product that you help invent. That's awesome. Well, everyone, there's been a lot of information that Doris covered today. And so if you have any questions, let's go ahead and get those answered now.
And again, Kathy, I was so excited to hear hemp powered hair among the top selling products.
I'm telling you, it really did do it. It did its thing.
And I want you guys to continue to share. Again, we don't guarantee, we don't diagnose, we only go by what you are telling us.
That's right.
Hana does not say this is guaranteed. But when you call me up and you say, look what it's done for me, I can share that.
That's exactly
share what it's
right.
done for me.
You share a real story, right?
Yeah. So you guys know that we cannot keep this a secret. I get so excited when I hear the report and I hear hemp powered hairs out there. I was like, oh my God,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
you're not
You
getting
have been
that.
a you've been instrumental in making sure that that happens.
And
So
I'm
we just
excited.
appreciate you. We
We
appreciate you.
got
Let's see. Any questions in the chat? I don't
Mitchell.
see any in the chat right now. But listen, this has been fantastic. Guys, don't forget that tonight is our corporate virtual party. This is where you, as a distributor, can be highlighted. If you like this to be your grand opening, if you want 2022 to start off with a bang and you want this to be your 2022 grand opening, let us know. Let us know. Send an email to support@wakanda.com and say, hey, I want one of these Monday nights to be all about me. I want to showcase myself. Why would you do that? Well, it's a great way for your guest to celebrate you as a dispensary owner. Number one. Number two, it's a corporate professional presentation that you haven't had to direct. You didn't have to come up with the Zoom thing. You don't have to. All you got to do is invite, and we highlight and celebrate you. So give us some time to get it together. You know, maybe if you get it in really, really early today, but certainly we can make sure that it happens one of these Mondays that you can celebrate yourself or someone on your team that's reopening their business. And so use it because it's a great way to be able to showcase the company, the products. There's even an infusion segment as well as going through the compensation plan with Pastor Dan. So
There's a question
listen.
on the chat. There's a
Oh,
question.
there is. Okay, excellent. I don't see one on the chat.
Yeah, I
Let's
read it.
let's
They're
see.
asking if you can use the SOS system for pressing. I'm sure you're saying pressing and curling, and absolutely yes.
How in the world
Yes.
am I not able to see that? Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. All right.
Mm-hmm. Is that the question, Ken?
I do see it, yeah, from Robert. Uh-huh.
Yes.
And you said that you can use it now. How specifically would you be talking about the oud oil or?
The oud oil, yes. It's like after you blow dry the hair, or if you wet setting the hair, you can put it in your foam or your setting lotion. And if you blow drying it to press and curl, or we call it thermal texturizing now, then you can put a little and run it through the hair, not a lot. You don't need a lot, and run it through the hair and go on and thermal texturize, or if you call it still press and curl, press and curl.
So if you had to thermal texturize with um, the styling cream, the detangler, or the oud oil, is there one of those that you would use in preference over the other?
I would probably use all three,
Okay, in
because
different
the
stages,
detangler
right?
helps me to comb through that hair
Okay.
easier. The styling cream just add a little more moisture, and I won't use a lot because you don't need a lot. And then the oil is like the finale. The oud oil is like the finale.
Okay, excellent. What are fairy knots? How do I combat fairy knots?
What are fairy knots?
I don't know what fairy knots are, so I'm
You
asking you.
asking me or the person?
The person is asking, how do I combat fairy knots? And I'm asking the person, knots at the end of the strands. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I
I
didn't know
would
that's what you call them. Go on and teach me
I
something.
didn't either, Kathy. But what you can do if you got tangles at the end of the string, just towel dry the hair again, go close in on the knots and spray it, and then start from the outer perimeter of it. Don't go behind the knot, go in front of the knot, and just slowly work it out without breaking off the hair anymore. Because you will really pop the hair, because hair is at its weakest when wet. So you
Gotcha.
want to go in front of the knot and comb it out and work it out, and you'll be fine, because it doesn't tangle towards the scalp. Hair tangles towards the
So take that detangler, spray it on that knot, and start
yes.
below the knot and work yourself up.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me something. See, when your hair is already just super nappy and knotted
Yeah,
anyway,
you won't do that to
you're
that.
not really combing through it. So knots is not a thing that we have to deal with in the lock world.
And
Um,
Kathy, guess what?
what's that?
You and I have on the same color.
Dude, oh, black and look at that. What? I was in here doing some working out, trying to get my arms and that
I
thing
see.
back. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get right.
But you
But
know what?
you know,
Wakanda have started something, and that's a health movement from the top of your head to the sole of your feet.
that's right.
And let me tell you, we are going to be the greater ones for being a part of Wakanda. That's how I see it. This morning, I was so excited. 6 o'clock this morning, listening to Melissa.
Yeah.
I was like, my God, this woman is amazing. This company is going places nobody has ever gone before. And I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Ma Mitchell wanted to know if you've tried the monk fruit natural sweetener. Are you asking Ma because you have not, or are you making a suggestion?
They said it's really good. I'm supposed to be getting some from the health
Oh,
food store.
you must try it. You must have it. Suggestions. Okay, give me a second. Doris, I'm gonna get them my bag and I'm gonna show it to them. So give me a moment, okay?
Okay. If you guys have any questions, put it up. I can still see the questions come up on the screen. I use it all the time now. Oh, good. I'm gonna get some. My herbalist told me to get some of that the monk fruit instead of sugar. Sugar is not good for us. It's not good for me anyway. I'm a type 2 diabetic, so it's definitely not good for me.
All right,
All
so
right,
here
I'm
we
gonna get
go.
some, Mom Mitchell.
Monk fruit is amazing. This is what I use, Lakanto. Monk fruit sweetener. Golden is the best. And I get it. This is a 3 pound bag. It's zero net carbs, glycemic, calorie, no calorie, keto approved. You get it. I get mine from Amazon because you can't find a big bag like this anywhere.
So you can
So
order it
I
on
got it from
Amazon.
Amazon and had it. Yep, I got a big bag from Amazon and they sent it right to your house.
Oh well, I'm gonna have Lily to order me some.
Yep.
Well, she's the Amazon queen. Somebody said, okay,
Monica, you get yours from Amazon too? Okay, excellent. Yep, Amazon. That's right. That's right. So
okay.
that's where I get mine. I have it replaced in my container. I had family over this weekend. They were sweetening their coffee. Not everybody drinks a flat belly coffee, of course, you know. They got to buy a cup of coffee from me when when I have mine. So I just happen to have this thing where I can do coffee on one side and then the water on the other. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I
Where you
keep
get it
my
from? Amazon?
well the you're talking about the coffee maker I have, or you
The
talking about the
container.
monk
The
fruit?
container.
Oh no, this container that I've got is right here. It's just this right here. It's just a
Oh, oh.
regular old
You
container
said
like
water.
that. But you see, when they come over to the little, this is my I don't know if you can see my little Cuisinart thing right here. But yeah, I can do water on one side and think, but everybody was out of this container. They were like, "Oh my God, this raw coffee. I mean, this raw I've never had raw cane sugar. It's awesome." They were thinking it was a raw cane sugar. Oh, they were just loving it and just seasoning their coffee and just enjoying that.
So that's
And
a monk
I
fruit.
ended up running out, and the reason why this bag is out and in the on the counter is because I had to put the rest of it in there. So when they were going, well, where are you getting this sugar from? Where I've never seen sugar in a red bag because it ain't sugar.
Oh,
That's why.
wow.
And so dispelling myths all over the place because half of my visitors did not know what monk fruit was, and the others had a bad taste in their mind about something that was healthy, and so they were all wrong. Glad to prove them wrong.
Wow. Could we see the
Yes,
package
sure you
again?
can. Here's the package again.
Lake Can.
Monk fruit sweetener.
Okay, I'm gonna get that. Lake Canto. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely. So guys, it is 4:30. We don't want to keep you more than an hour at any time. So let us go ahead and shut it down now. We will see you tonight at 7:30 Central for Dr. GJ Roz, or 8:30 Eastern, 9 o'clock At the top of the hour Eastern, we will begin the presentation. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so much, Doris.
You're welcome. Make it a great one.
Y'all have a wonderful rest of your Monday.
Okay.